That constant, high-pitched ringing in your ears can make you feel like you are losing your mind. It is a relentless, piercing noise that never truly sleeps. When you see a device claiming to shut that sound off for the price of a decent lunch, your heart skips a beat. I have been looking into this specific tinnitus gadget that has been popping up in every corner of the internet lately. People are desperate for a fix. Tinnitus is a genuine nightmare. It keeps you awake at night. It ruins your focus during the day. It is an invisible burden that weighs you down. So when a company says they have a $35 solution, people are going to listen. The science they talk about is actually quite fascinating. They call it neuromodulation. The core idea is to use targeted stimulation to help calm down overactive auditory pathways. Your brain is essentially stuck on a loop. It is firing signals that should not be there. The goal here is not necessarily a total cure. Instead, the goal is to reduce how intrusive that ringing feels in your daily life. Real researchers have seen some genuinely impressive results with this concept. Some peer-reviewed trials show over 80% of people reporting meaningful improvement. That is a huge number. It offers a lot of hope to people who have tried everything else without success. But here is where things get very tricky. There is a massive gap between a controlled lab study and a cheap device you order from a random website. The medical-grade versions of this technology are serious machines. They cost thousands of dollars. They are typically prescribed and fitted by an actual specialist. Then you have this little plastic gadget. It costs less than the price of a new pair of shoes. That price difference is a giant red flag that you cannot ignore. The company uses all the right scientific buzzwords. They talk about precisely tuned neurostimulation. They mention bimodal therapy, but they never actually explain what their mechanism is. They do not show you their own clinical data. They just borrow the credibility of real science and hope you do not ask questions. I spent time digging through the website. I saw hundreds of 5-star reviews. That feels far too polished for a product like this. When I looked for independent discussions or third-party tests, there was basically nothing. No one is talking about this on real medical forums. No one is sharing their success stories in the community. That is very suspicious. It is quite easy to curate reviews on your own storefront. It is much harder to build a reputation in the real world. Tinnitus is a serious condition. It is not a minor annoyance. If it is affecting your quality of life, your first move should be seeing a professional. Talk to a real doctor. Talk to an audiologist who understands the biology of your ears. $35 is not a lot of money to lose, but your time and your health are precious. You deserve a solution that is backed by actual, transparent receipts. Do not let a slick marketing campaign and fancy scientific terms lead you astray. If a medical breakthrough is being sold for the price of a pizza, you have to wonder why. I went down the rabbit hole so you do not have to. The underlying science is real, but this specific device lacks the evidence to back up its promises. Stick with the experts and protect your hearing. Your silence is worth much more than a budget gadget.